Hi guys, so I was actually not gonna vlog today, definitely not right now. I was gonna go to sleep, but I guess something's telling me that I should vlog this because it seems like we're in the middle of another storm, another snowstorm. I mean, yeah, we've been in another snowstorm before, but never literally going down the mountain. So I'm really scared because we're trying to make it before it starts snowing, and between the line for food taking forever and one of our chain breaking and having to find a way to repair it.
MacGyver it.
Huh?
MacGyver it.
My guy what?
Never mind. Ring it, fix it.
Ring it, fix it, yeah. Oh, look at this. So this is what I'm talking about. Oh man, this camera does not make it just as how it looks, but okay, so I don't see that much snow happening. It's a little less. It was a little more intense up over there.
In Big Bear.
Okay, so I guess as we start going down, it's gonna get less and less and less. But yeah, there seems like it's gonna be a strong storm coming over this night, and we start seeing some crazy shit as we were going down. I thought it was gonna be more intense, so I should have started recording immediately. But this reminds us at that one time that we were in Mexico. So this kind of some of the things that really pissed me off. It was a crazy story, and I happened to document all of it. All of it. It was the visuals. Oh my god, you don't even know. There could have not been more.
Check it right now.
Huh?
Check it right now.
Oh shit.
Going back to this area. I don't know if you can see in the camera.
Yeah, you can't really see the fog though. On the camera, it's like no fog. We should just have a camera like showing us the way, because the camera removes the fog for some reason. Or I see the fog.
Yeah, that's why. But trust us. It's a lot scarier.
It's a lot scarier. It's not what you see. It's not what you think. It's scarier when you're here. But yeah, this freaking mountain all puffy and snowy. It looks so dope and creepy at the same time. But yeah, going down this mountain right now when it's like snowing and super dark and these some cars like slippery and really, it was really, really scary. And this reminds us we're in Mexico, and like I said, we had crazy footage. We had the dopest, like dude, like I recorded so much, I'm like, I'm totally gonna make a documentary, because as I was recording, the story and what's happening to us just started, it will get better. I mean, better as in like intense, you know, but it will get worse and worse and worse by the minute. Like it was like literally one of those little, it was like a little short horror movie that was happening to us, and I documented everything. And although my phone died at some point, I was able to charge it and continue to document it the next day, and everything was crazy. It was amazing, and I saved all of the footage in my old computer. And then one day that computer crashed, and me and my ADHD or whatever, it never occurred to me to, you know, back up the computer. I didn't even know like you have to back up computers. It was a Mac, so never in a million years that crossed I thought like, oh, Macs, they're invincible. Like nothing could ever happen to them. You know, they don't get viruses, they don't get anything. Like they're invincible. So I never backed it up, and that was a mistake I am never doing again. Every time I want to save something important, I always save into an external hard drive, never into the computer. And so yeah, that was a really crazy story. Pretty much we drove down to La Baja for our vacation, and when we drove back, it was close to, oh my god, we almost made it to hurricane season, Martin. It was close to a hurricane season over there. It was kind of like the month that was close to the season where hurricanes are happening. So I guess there was this one hurricane that passed by, and sometimes they pass by, but instead of like them causing all this destruction, they just instead they end up leaving like a tropical, or they become a tropical storm or whatever. So as we were driving up, all of a sudden we first what happened first? Was it windy first?
Lightning and stuff.
Was it windy and lightning, or lightning and windy?
Lightning at the distance.
Yeah, so I remember noticing that first it was like started getting really, really windy. What's the lighting? I don't know, but one of them was like, oh look, you know, lighting or like windy but
yeah,
they didn't seem like a big deal. Oh look, and then they started getting lighting, and I'm like, oh
getting
man.
Closer. And then we started.
Oh, they are blowing it. They are blowing it.
We started getting closer to the fucking.
Yeah, so we're all like, it's windy. I'm like, it will get windy for a little bit and it will come down. I'm like, calm down, Martin. It's too windy, you know? Like, you can't be driving that fast. I feel like it will get so windy at sometimes. We felt that our little tiny car was gonna like literally fly off the road, because it was a tiny little road, like right here, like in Big Bear. And
it's smaller, actually.
Probably smaller, yeah. And I still have this one. Grace, it's just so cold. I am freezing. Oh, so and we were all like
slowing down.
I was like, slow down, Martin, it's really weird. And then we start seeing lighting. I was like, oh look, it's getting a lot of lighting. I'm like, man, that's crazy lighting. I even took out my phone. I'm like, oh, I want to record this. Yeah, this is really crazy.
We stopped, right? Did we stop on the side of the road?
At some point we start stopping because we're getting really windy and everything. But anyways, hold on, Martin. Stop getting ahead of myself.
Okay.
So I even took out my phone. I'm like, oh, this is pretty crazy lighting. I'm gonna record it. Like thinking like just for the purpose of like recording like how crazy it looked on camera. I'm recording the lighting. Oh, look over there. Like you can see it far away behind the mountains, and like damn, it's crazy. And then windy, and then all of a sudden it starts getting a little bit of rain. We started getting rain. Like, oh man, it's raining. And then all of a sudden we started getting rain and lightning, and then rain, lightning, wind, and then all of a sudden it starts getting more intense and more intense and more intense. And so as this is happening, we're over here like man, like what the hell, like we're gonna well, we better be careful, drive slowly, you know, like there's probably a tropical storm. We don't want to well, it's just rain, you know, just have to be careful. It starts becoming more intense and more intense and more intense, and it starts getting the rain heavier and heavier, and the lightning stronger and stronger, and more constant. And the wind was just moving and moving our car constantly. It got so intense to the point where we couldn't see the road. We couldn't see shit. Like the lights, they would light up like maybe I want to say a meter past the bumper, and that's giving it way too much credit. We couldn't see shit. We couldn't see like anything past the car. Like the lights were only making so far because the rain and the fog and the wind and whatever the hell, and there was like no light in the road. There's no light. It's like, well, like here, like there's no light, but for some reason, I guess the rain and the fog just really cuts the ability of the car's high beams to make it any further. And we had a beat up, well, we still have it actually, a beat up Ford Focus 2005. The lights, they really don't go that far, you know, they're not that amazing. I mean, we would have had like a bit of a better car, we're probably slightly better, but yeah, we had that piece of shit car and decided to do a road trip on it. And
that's not the best part.
That's not the best part, yeah. So we start tripping out. We're like, we can't see shit. I'm like, oh my god, we need to stop. We need to find somewhere to stop. We cannot keep going. We need to stop. And there was nothing. We had no reception, no service. We were trying to call. Like the fire, like an emergency line. I forgot what was the number, but it was kind of like the. hold on, the Mexican 911, and nobody was answering. We couldn't find a place to stop or anything. Then we saw the sign, right, of the hotel. Or did I miss anything before that?
Oh, we were already trying to call him. No,
I'm pretty sure we're trying to call. We're trying to call
and see what was going on and stuff.
And it was like nobody was answering. I remember being on the road when I was trying to call, and nobody was answering. And the line would sound, and nobody would answer. And when I cleared the side rock right there, Marty, careful with when you get too close to the side. It's creepy. Yeah, so pretty much, finally we see, like, after how long did we go on with the rain crazy that we're like literally, I think, for like maybe about an hour driving with intense rain, and we're all like, oh my god, we're moving like on constant fear, man. Like, we were on a mountain and you could literally see the cliff under us. So we were.
You mentioned it was middle of the night.
Yeah, there was no light. We're gonna see shit. It was the middle of the night. Literally middle of the night. Like, we're nowhere near freaking morning. And we were tripping out. We're like, oh my god, we're gonna, like, we were really literally counting our freaking blessings. So we're like, every second that will pass that we were not freaking being thrown off the cliff, we're like, oh my god, we're still alive. And we finally, out of nowhere, we see, like, we're able to see a little bit far away a big sign, a light, and it said hotel this way, and it made us go through a road, and we're like, oh, thank god. Okay, so we turned into a little road. We didn't even want to fucking try to look for anything else. This hotel we're staying, and so we turn in and
had no idea where we were.
So we followed the road, and that was so we just this way. So we just followed the road, and we started driving down this road. And then this road was all dirt road. So it was super muddy, and then so the rain and our ability to see was even worse. So I feel like it just got worse. So I was driving even slower. All you can see was the mud and just the rain going really intense, and you can't see nothing far away. We couldn't see anything past the meter. And the next thing you know,
that's crazy. Like,
so what?
You see the raindrops bouncing off the hood of the car. Like, that's all you see.
Yeah, that's all you see.
You can't see far past that.
Yeah, exactly. So we're driving, so we're like, okay, we're here, right? At least we found a hotel.
It felt like we were driving down that road forever.
Yes, we're driving, and then we're like a few minutes go by, and like, I don't see anything. I don't see any lights far away. Because when there's something close by, like when we saw that sign, like, you can see lights. So we couldn't see anything. Like, it was like, where is this hotel and where's this fucking road taking us? Like, it was the creepiest fucking shit.
I think there was like a fence. I think we were just following like a fence. No?
Martin, I'm trying to tell the story without jumping into.
No, like on this side, like where the road is. It was like a little rope, or like sticks with like rope. Yeah,
there was definitely something kind of like on one side that kind of like you couldn't go to this side.
We could just know that we were going straight.
Yeah, so you could see it was a road. Everything else, it was kind of like elevated. Everything else was kind of like a little bit. You have to kind of like go down a little bit. So that was the road. So we're driving. We don't see anything. Nothing around us. We're driving, and then it's like 5 minutes go by. We don't see anything. 10 minutes go by. We don't see anything. Like 15 minutes go by, and we don't see anything. And did I call, or how did we end up? It was a while.
Definitely.
We're driving really slow though. We're driving really slow. We were probably driving like 10 miles an hour, and we're driving, I think, like slower than we're about to speed, maybe like 15-20 miles an hour. So I don't know, but the longest time was went by, and we're like, where's this hotel? Like, what the hell? There's nothing. We start getting really desperate. And then out of nowhere, like, we see these lights on this side, on that side of the passenger on the left, and we see them like kind of like this is the road, and then we see them like over there, like a little bit far away. Like we have to kind of like turn left and drive that way. And so we're like, oh, there's a light. That has to be the hotel. Like, you know, there's no way. It's not a hotel. Like, there's no way.
Do you remember the feeling when we saw the lights?
Yes. Oh, is that?
Yeah, finally.
And so we drive and we get off the road and we start driving towards the light. Follow the light.
Just follow the light. Like.
And next thing you know, we start driving towards the light, and then like we start noticing that the car was starting to get stuck on the mud. And we were not really realizing this or giving it that much importance, because we're over here trying to think and trying to process if those lights were an actual hotel. And as we're getting closer and closer, we're starting to realize that it was most likely not a hotel, and we were most likely fucked because it was getting really, really muddy. And then we get closer, and I think we were able to see, right, that there was a wall. So we get closer and we see, and it's a wall. And then those lights were coming from houses, on the other side of the wall. So we're over here like, what the hell? What's going on? Where's the hotel? So we try to back up. And when it's not the hotel, let's back up. And the car doesn't go. And we start, oh, fuck. Now it stopped.
Dead stop.
We're trapped in the forest. Oh my god. Ooh. I know. So we're like, okay, you remember that feeling when we try to back up, Martin? What happened in that moment?
I just felt the car go down.
You saw the car go down.
Like it just like sunk in.
And I think that it took, I think, a couple of minutes for me to start freaking out. Like I was pretty rapidly going like, oh my god, what the fuck? We're fucked. The car's getting stuck. Oh, what are we gonna do? Da da da. And oh my god, it went from like a little muddy to a pool within minutes. To a pool. Like, I'm not even kidding. Oh my god, that footage, man. I'm so mad. Because if you would have seen the footage, like everything was there vividly, like kind of like one of those stories that you cannot believe. And our car was sinking in the mud pretty rapidly. So this is happening, and we're over here like, and it's okay. Let's not forget that it was still lightning, constant lightning like crazy. Like every minute there was a new lightning. Like every minute, every 2 minutes.
Two per minute at least.
2 per minute? I don't know, but there were, let's say 1 per minute. But yeah, they were really, really constant and big and strong. You could see it all over. Like I'm recording right here, and it was dark like this. It was like really dark, and then all of a sudden it will get like this. Like it would light up. It will light up. No. Wait, I think I might have had the light on. So it was, it looked really dark, and then you will see the dark windows behind me, and then all of a sudden, boom, lighting through all the windows. You can see all the lighting from the car. It just looks so creepy, like out of a fucking movie. Like I'm not even kidding. Like I am really mad. That's why I'm so angry that I lost that footage, because that footage, I think that alone would have been a short little documentary, and I think that would have made me like famous, like rich and shit. But yeah, that little documentary was like dope, like true story, the shit, like who gets to document something like that? But like literally, like, you know, like the Blair Witch Project, something like that, but with a more of a funny twist. And except that this one was real and that one was not, and a lot of people believe that it was real. But So we're here tripping out because we're like, we need to push the car. We need to push it out. And we're freaking out because it's like, oh my God, there's so much lighting. And if we walk out of here, our feet are going to sink in the water. Like, at least up onto, like, our whole foot, and maybe, like, half of our calves are going to be in the water. Inside the water. And it's lightning, and we could get electrocuted. Like, we're freaking out, and we're like, oh my God, can we get electrocuted inside the car and shit like that, you know? Like, we're freaking out. And then finally,
whose idea was it for me to get out of the car and try to push it? I was trying to push the car while you were like trying to back it up or something.
I think you wanted to do it. I'm like, oh Marty, I'm scared. Like, we shouldn't do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Did you actually got out?
Yeah, I think
you
I did.
Wow. Yeah, Marty got out for a second, and I think right with this whole thing is happening.
I tried like a little push, and I'm like, dude, I don't even have grip on the.
So this is all this is happening, and I think 30 minutes went by between the whole realization that the car is stuck, is stuck in that pond, is becoming a pond, and between that and us realize that we're getting more fucked by the minute. What the fuck are we gonna do? You know, what's gonna happen? You know, what's gonna happen? Nobody's answering, nobody's helping us. We're literally stranded here in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, there's nothing around us. And then, so I guess about 30 minutes or something go by between us. This nightmare horrors going by, and I'm over here, like, I started blogging. I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I'm over here going, like, this is happening, da-da-da, nobody's answering, there's no cops, and somebody finds this. This is what happened to us, you know. So yeah, I was documenting the whole thing, and that's a lot to say, because in that time I will hardly ever do that. That probably been my very first blog ever, because I would never document anything, nothing, ever. Now I'm getting more into the habit of it. So finally, out of nowhere, my aunt from Mexico answers, and I'm calling her. I call her. I was like, ay, Dinora, da. Guess what is happening to us? It's happening to us. I've been calling the 911, or I think it's like 611 or something over there. I'm like, we're calling the 911 number, and nobody's answering. Nobody's, picking up. Like, we're, we don't know who to call for an emergency. Like, we don't know what to do. Da. And she was able to get a hold of someone, and she sent people to us. How were we able to tell her where we were at? I think we went from the sign, the name of the hotel, the sign, huh? Yeah. And somehow the cops showed up. After how long? We were waiting for a while. So I think after like 45 minutes or something, finally we see the cops showing up. And they came in a truck. And and
they were like,
oh yeah, they wanted us to get out of the car to come to them, and we're like, we're scared. So what happened? That we got off and walked over there, Marty?
Yes, we had to fucking run it.
We took out our shoes and everything, huh?
I think so, or something. Yeah.
Good that it was like summertime and it was hot, so we didn't mind. We're all like I was like in a little dress, I think, and I don't even. Was it? Yeah, it was like a little dress or something, and we got all wet and got some sandals and just took out our shoes and just walked over there. And literally the hotel was like, we only needed to drive just a little bit further. But this is the fucking stupid shit. There was no signs telling anyone like, hotel these many miles, hotel keep going or something, nothing.
You're almost there.
So irresponsible from so responsible from a hotel owner, to not do that, especially in such a remote area like that. And yeah, it was just a little bit further, so they finally took us there. And I remember that we barely had any money left, huh, Martin? We had barely any money left. We're like really like not wanting to pay that money. Oh, because they were expensive on top of that. They were kind of like one of the only like hotels, but they were kind of like a really secluded, cute, rustic hotel in the area. So yeah, they were kind of pricey, trying to price it up. And we told them, we're like, hey, we're stranded, we have nowhere to go, our car's stuck, can you hook us up? And yeah, they gave us like a good price, kind of. Like they give us a little bit of a discount. And we're like, this is all I have. This is all the money I have in the world. Like here, and I gave it to them, and yeah, they just like, wait.
What, the hotel?
But did we pay in the morning?
We paid in the morning. They're trying to charge you like a whole night. And we're like, only that we were saying that
oh yeah,
a few hours, and it's all their fault that they didn't.
Oh yeah. I remember. By the time we made it to the hotel, we're talking about this whole problem started around 10, 11 or something. This whole issue happening, actually it probably took way longer than that, because by the time we got picked up and they took us to the hotel, and we finally went to, it was like 3 a.m. Like 3, almost 4. And we slept and woke up like around 9 or something like that. And we told them like, hey, you know what? We got stranded, and it's because your guys, you guys don't have sign, and we couldn't find a hotel that our car got stranded, and it's not fair that we're gonna pay. So I'm only gonna pay half, and this is all the money I have, and yeah, here, take it. And then I just left and left, like, do whatever.
We didn't even shower or anything, because we were just
we didn't. Yeah, we just left. We didn't use anything, and da. And
we're changing the sheets or whatever.
So yeah, dude, fucking assholes. So here we go, grab our shit, whatever.
So the next mission.
So the next morning, we went to go find our car, and our car was literally submerged. Like literally, you couldn't see the tires, nothing. You couldn't see anything. The whole car was like sunk into the freaking pond. This thing became a pool, like literally. And man, look at this shit. Fucking turning wheels, this motherfucker. So you can see we're taking out the chains and stuff, or what?
No, I guess everybody just been eating.
But what's the slowdown all of a sudden? I think it's on the chains. People pulling in and pulling out, right? Okay, so I'm getting really sleepy now, but so the next mission. Next morning, how to get our fucking car out of the motherfucking pond. And option number 1, call a tow truck that cost a fucking fortune that we didn't have. We're broke asses in that time. We're like, we fucking win. I'm the kind of person that I literally, it looks like I fucking have like all this money to do shit. Like I just make it happen. Like I was like, we had like, I had one credit card, and we had like a little bit of money saved up, and yeah. But anyways, yeah. So we used all the money on the trip. We went on that week trip and used every single penny that we could. Like we figured it out to make whatever money we had to budget it exactly that 1 week. So that extra curriculum activity was not in the budget. And so we were broke by this point, like literally broke, like nothing left. I even think that we were actually kind of like, when we got home, we had to figure out how to like come up with the other part of the rent or something. We're like short rent or something running because we didn't work for 2 weeks. Anyways, so yeah, tow truck, not an option. So we're like, okay, we need to find some, what do you call it? Civilians, no, what do you call when you call a good Samaritan? Some good Samaritans to come to help us out and stuff. So we went and walked around the town, and it was this cutest little town, the cutest little town. And we're just walking there, which is so beautiful. It's like cute, perfect little Baja, little cute town. And we're walking. We're walking around, and it was just who can we help us? And I'm over here blogging, talking about what's going on, and this happened at the hotel, and I'm over here recording everything. And the next thing you know, we see these couple of kids, and we're like, "Hey, mijo, I'm like, this happened to us, and do you know if anyone could help us? And blah blah blah. And we'll hook you up with I'm like, we got 100 pesos.
Oh my god, I would just have that memory, and I'm like, I don't remember what
Yeah,
happened.
you step ahead and you ruin the sequence. You're running the sequence because I want to get their reaction. Okay, so I'm telling these kids like, hey, I'll give you 100 pesos if you help us out, which it's not a lot of money, but it's all I had. So to be fair, and I would tell them like, I got candy. I had like a bunch of Mexican candy, and he was like, yeah, for sure. The little kids were so nice and helpful, and they go. So we keep walking, and they go around the block to these other houses. Oh man, you have to see this town. It was so adorable. It was so cool. Like, it was just so. Like, have you seen kind of like very similar to what's that show that we saw, the waters, the people that live in the water, by the water, that they were looking for a treasure and stuff like that?
Oh man, I forgot. But it's in North Carolina or something, or South Carolina.
Yeah, that TV show about these kids that live in these, like, was it an island or a bay, like a, what was it called? It was like a.
Where they live is the story.
What is considered that? What is considered that area?
I don't know.
Is it an island? I know it starts with a B.
No.
Not with the B.
I don't know. Whatever.
Anyways, that series, you know what I'm talking about. That series about the 4 friends and, you know, the guy that's looking for a treasure, they want to be rich, and oh shit.
The dad left them a treasure map.
Yeah, the dad just left a treasure map, and then the handsome freaking white boy is in love with the rich girl that it's her boss's daughter, blah blah blah. Anyways, that town like that was like kind of like really cute. Like, it had this little like, I don't know how to describe it. Like the type of trees and kind of the way it was set up. It was kind of like that. So it was really cool. It was a really cool, dope place to live. And he goes around, and then goes asks this other guy like, hey, you know, some guy with a truck and stuff like that to help us pull. He's like, hey, so this happened, da da da. And the next thing you know, like, while this is happening, I don't know if I lost one of the kids or something like that, and then I asked this old guy that is sitting on a porch. He's just sitting there, like, very, very, what is it, like bohemian, like, oh my god, what do you like the bayou, like kind of like how life is, and like I imagine kind of like how, like, I think like the best picture reference that I could point to, like how people live in places like New Orleans and stuff like that, like people sitting outside of a porch and stuff like that, and in a chair, and there was an old guy kind of like that sitting outside, and you know the weather is really tropical, so he was sitting outside, and I'm like, hey, I forgot what I asked him. I asked him something, and the guy, this old, very peculiar looking old man, he just starts going, oh, look at this bridge. Huh? What?
You missed the bridge.
I missed the bridge, yeah. It looked cool, huh?
Well, I guess we do always pass it. I never noticed it.
I never noticed it either.
Yeah,
So, the old guy, I asked him. I forgot what I asked him, and he just looks at me, he's all like, I don't know what the fuck he was saying, but he spoke so fast, and he had the craziest, and I'm from there. You know, all of our accents in down La Baja is pretty similar, so I know most of our I capture most of the accents, but this guy had the craziest fucking accent ever, and the craziest way of his own, you know, his own particular accent was just, dude, out of this fucking world funny, like out of this fucking world, like different, and just, it was fucking hilarious. So I'm standing there and I'm like, And I grabbed my phone and I'm like, wait, what? Like, it wasn't this fancy, but the same. I'm like, can you say that one more time? You know? And then the guy's like, where did you say? Where did you say that was? Where did you say that this person that and what? You know? And I just kind of like started asking like the same thing to repeat the same stuff. And then he just literally like that fucking old man who you would think you never fucking been outside his freaking branch. He knew somehow what the fuck my phone was doing, and he stays quiet like. Like he didn't spoke a word. It was crazy how like timid he was. Like I guess he was self-conscious about the way he talked, and like I don't want to make him feel self-conscious. And I really thought, to be honest, like to be honest, I really thought that he
That's
just
probably
didn't.
the first time it happened to him in his life.
That I didn't know that he wasn't gonna notice that I was just gonna record him,
Man, this shit.
but he didn't know.
Can you see this? Can you see this?
Oh shit. The fog coming back again. It is coming. The
It looks
White Walkers.
almost fucking like that.
Yeah, it looks normal as hell. It's like, oh, just a little bit of like fogginess.
Seriously, what do you guys do?
Outside it's but in reality it's white. Like you can't see shit. Let me hold this. Let me see if I can see it different on my phone. No, phone's the same. Well, a little. Kind of like a little foggier on the phone. Yeah, the phone captures a little more.
So yeah, you just like traumatized the old man.
So I traumatized the old man. I hurt his feelings. But yeah, he just stayed quiet. He didn't want to know. He didn't want to say anything. And then I asked the little kids, I'm like, hey, what's up with that dude? Oh, the dude, he's crazy, man. He's crazy. Pinche viejito loco. And he was like, he's crazy, man. He you don't even know what he's saying. But he ain't stupid though. He ain't stupid. He's smart. He don't like to be recorded. And then I'm like, oh man, like he had the funniest freaking talk, man. I want to record that shit because I don't think there's a person on this fucking planet that speaks like him. Like I have to show it to somebody else. You know, it's kind of like one of those rare things that nobody ever will probably the world will never know. We gotta go back to that spot, Martin. We should go back and see what's up. Like, I would like to do another road trip and stop there, like kind of like really explore little areas, because that little city was really cool. Like I think it was one of the nicest ones out of all the ones that we stopped. That one was pretty, don't you think? Estaba bien bonito, no? It had its charm. That little town right there. And when I'm talking a little town, it was a tiny town. I think maybe 100 people lived there, like for real. Like it was really tiny. So, but it was really charming. So yeah, the old man didn't wanna say anything. So I'm like, oh man, where the fuck wasn't I right now? I need to record, just leave the camera rolling. And so yeah, finally we got the truck, and then let's go. And yeah, we started recording how everybody was pushing, the kids were pushing, everybody, you know, the people there, they were just so helpful, so kind to us. They got our car out of that thing. They even, what else did they do? Did they even help us clean it up and stuff?
I remember.
How were we able to fucking drive with all that mud though? I'm surprised, I'm surprised that car is still, like...
You still have it.
Wait. Was it the Focus the one we took, or was it the freaking Jetta? What is happening over here? Is that where they're doing the chain?
You know what? I think it might have been the Jetta. But I don't know. Man, the only way we would know is if we ever found that footage by chance. It's gone for real.
2 hours later.
I think we're already living together, Martin, so we might have already had the Focus. Yeah, it's crazy that our Focus, like, Yeah, it was a Focus. It was crazy that our Focus has been able to survive like all that and it's still kicking, man. It got all this mud under it. It should have probably corroded the whole bottom part of the car, and it didn't. It worked, and it drove us all the way back safely. Dude, but that was crazy. Like, we almost didn't. Look at this. You can't see anything. Now you can't really see anything, not even with the freaking camera. Like, you can kind of like see the road a little bit on the camera, but in real life you can't really see it. So what else happened, baby?
Well, yeah,
we got the car out,
they
and
came. These other guys came with the truck. It was a roll. It's, you know, they pulled it while we pushed it. They pulled it with the truck while me and the kids, all four of us, were pushing it.
And I was like recording and stuff.
Finally got it out. It took a little effort though, cause it's really in there.
Yeah, it took a while. It took a while to get it out. Like for a second we thought I was not gonna be able to make it. And yeah, everybody was pushing. Finally I took it out. All the little kids. It was like 3 kids fucking pushing that shit. Uno gordito too, huh? Like a little chubby one. It was helping there and shit.
I tagged along at then.
Yeah. You wanted the candy.
Yeah, man. Wow, it was crazy.
Yeah, they were so cute.
And the next day was like a beautiful, perfect day and shit.
Yeah, beautiful, nice day. It was so refreshing because it gets really refreshed right after the rain. So it smells so good. It feels so nice. And it was amazing. It was a really crazy story and a great story. And I had amazing footage for it to document it and stuff. And I had already a plan of what I was gonna do and everything, and I lost all that footage. And if only I would have taken the time to edit it right away, and I would have not been so busy with school, like I would have had documentary, but I made the mistake of just putting it aside, thinking that I was going to have time later when I had more time to think about how I was going to do it, and not backing up my computer and I have an external hard drive. So that was a mistake I am never going to make. So I think that's it. That's all the story. Hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if you want to hear more of my crazy stories. Leave me in the comments below. And I'm going to go take a nap now because I am really tired. I barely slept last night, so I take turns with the driving. Good night. Peace.